All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus show. I am One Bar with Lupagus, who appears to have just recently voted. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about lessons learned. What did we learn from that beautiful, beautiful, wet, delicious win against the Green Bay Packers? Because damn it, we learned some things.
Yeah, and the first thing is that you were apparently super wet. These are mostly good things. We did learn a few bad things, but in a win that was as unexpected and as glorious as could be imagined, most of these things we learned are very positive.
I've been holding this for the Super Bowl when the Vikings win the Super Bowl, but I almost cracked this bad boy on Sunday. It was almost worthy.
We called it. We said it was our Super Bowl, so maybe you should have.
You know what? You're right. But let's start off with
over my luscious breasts.
No, that sounds disgusting. Let's get into it. 5 lessons learned. Before we get into it, subscribe, like the channel. We're close to 2,000, baby. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers.
Nice. Hell yeah. Let's do it.
But yes, let's start on a positive note. You go first.
Well, I think you got to start with the biggest star of the game. That's Dalvin Cook. And if he runs the way he did against the Green Bay Packers and catches the ball the way he did, I learned Minnesota Vikings can win any single football game that remains on their 2020 schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way he plays, as dominant as he is, I mean, he's just like on a whole nother level. I mean, he has it all. And when he puts it together like that, and that offensive line plays like that, we can go out there and beat anybody in it. And it shows beating those Green Bay Packers, because we should not have beaten them. And it was clearly just because of him.
Yeah, I mean, we had those long drives that kept their offense off the field. All Dalvin needs is a little crevice like that, and he just bursts right through that thing, explodes into it and through it. He's so slippery. He's so quick. His acceleration is off the charts. And, as good of a back as Alexander Madison is, it's night and day difference when Cook's in there as opposed to when he's in there. And you can see it in the entire team.
Yeah, and not saying we're going to win a bunch of games that we shouldn't, but just the fact, like Tampa Bay Bucks, I mean, we got some games coming up that we probably shouldn't win, but the fact that we have Dalvin Cook, you can never count out the Vikings in any damn game. That's very clear.
Absolutely.
And what I love about Dalvin Cook is, man, I was always kind of just lukewarm with him. He would get injured, and he was always good when he was out there. But, last game when he was scoring, he was giving the ball to the offensive lineman. He was giving them guys love on Instagram. He's posting pictures of the offensive lineman. Team player. Love you, Dalvin Cook.
Wow. Well, you do.
All right. What?
You love him more than Dan Bailey.
Yes, I do. Let's go to the next one, which pretty much goes along with this one, is offensive line. I mean, is the offensive line getting better? Is it a fluke?
Well, they sure as hell ain't getting any worse. Ezra Cleveland had almost the perfect game out there. I don't know if it's just him performing so well but you look at Garrett Bradbury, continues to be dominant out there. Even Dakota Dozier, Riley Reeves, Brian O'Neill, they all just really came together. And you see it when you have a back go for 163. These guys down the field making key blocks on the big screen pass. And Kirk Cousins, there was times where he damn near had minutes back there scanning the field. And this was easily the best performance by the O-line all season. And maybe this is something they can grow off and continue to build off of.
Yeah, maybe Ezra Cleveland only needed like a game and a half, and all of a sudden he's a fantastic guard. We'll see what we got. And Kirk Cousins wasn't pressured. He wasn't sacked. There was no turnovers. A lot of that had to do with the offensive line. It was a beautiful thing to see. And the Packers got a decent front seven. I mean, they got some good guys up there. Kenny Clark, the Smiths. So hats off to the offensive line.
I don't think any of those guys' names were called. You kind of even forgot they were playing it.
Actually, Zadarius Smith's name was called when he decided just to run 50 yards randomly, and nobody else moved. It was great.
He's still going.
All right. Another lesson learned. Do we maybe less Kirk Cousins is better? Maybe a little bit less of him in the future?
Yeah, I don't think we need to drop him back 30 times a game and let him sling the football, because when he does that, bad things tend to happen. The Minnesota Vikings beat a team they are not supposed to beat. When Kirk Cousins, he throw like 16 times, definitely took on that game manager type of role, made some key throws that he needed to make, hit Justin Jefferson on a few key first downs. Other than that, just hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook, let Dalvin do the work. And I know we're paying him way too much money for that, but damn it, if it works, keep doing it.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is, even if we get down early, we're down 10-0 or whatever, keep pounding the ball. Don't get a little crazy or all of a sudden they just come out there and they're throwing it all the time, because it has not worked. Kirk Cousins is having a horrible season. Put the ball in Dalvin Cook's hand until it's to the point where it can't be in Dalvin Cook's hands anymore.
Yeah, and you see, like, some of these games the Vikings have started, they go out their first drive, they're throwing the ball 8 times. Just, I don't know why Gary Kubiak plans that, what he's thinking. Just hand it off. It's not that hard. He's, if he's overthinking things or just wants to get these other Justin Jefferson involved, Adam Thielen involved, do what works. Dalvin Cook works. Let Kirk Cousins just be a game manager.
That should be a shirt. Dalvin Cook works. I'd buy the shit out of that thing.
Only we knew a shirt guy.
We do. All right. Let's see. Which one do we want to go with? We got 2 left. Let's go with another warm and fuzzy one before we wrap it up. And Vikings fans, what we learned is there can be joy in our hearts this year. We remember what it feels like to be a damn winner in a season where we pretty much aren't.
Yeah, it's sad to say this, but it's true. When was that last time? Even when we beat the Texans, they were 0-4 at the time, or 3. It was a couple of shit turds fighting each other for the top water on the toilet. This was a win that made everybody feel good, made you not start thinking about the 2021 draft and the potential future quarterback we could land. We beat our division rivals. We beat them at Lambeau Field. We beat them with Dalvin Cook, making them look foolish. And the image we got at the end of the game, DJ Wanham strip sacking Aaron Rodgers with him just frozen like this, is something I'm just going to look at.
There you go. That was perfect. I've been practicing all day.
Yeah, it was amazing. And again, we felt good. We felt good about the Vikings this year, which is something we have not been able to do.
Yes, and we'll take it. Final. We're ending on a bad note, but he deserves it. Lesson learned, and we've given him a couple weeks here, or not a couple weeks, a lot of weeks. Britton Colquitt is having a real shit season.
Yeah, he is, and Sunday's game was the culmination of how bad it's really been. He had that ugly ass line drive punt that I think was even actually going sideways, went about 25 yards for a net gain of about 17. His other 2 punts were horrible. I read something on Twitter the other day about how the Vikings are dead last in the league as far as short fields for the defense, and that comes right back to the punter. And if the Vikings really aren't tanking this year and want to actually try to get back into competitive mode, they might want to see who's out there and give somebody a call.
Yeah. I mean, yes, the wind was an issue on Sunday, but the Packers punter, Scott, he didn't have any issues punting that ball. He looked damn good. He was putting them right down there. Colquitt is he's having the worst season of his career, his worst yards per punt of his career. He's at 43 yards a punt, worst of his career. He's only got 4 punts inside the 20 so far this year. Last year, all year, he had 24 punts inside the 20. I mean, we're almost halfway through the season, and he's got 4 inside the 20. So Colquitt, maybe we need to bring his brother in or something, but it's pretty tough to watch.
Yeah, his brother's out there. Matt Bosher's out there. Matt Wild, former Viking. There's some options. And as bad as Britton Colquitt has been, I gotta be honest. I still love him. I don't know why. I just do.
Yeah, he's kind of a tough guy not to love. So hopefully he has a real good week against the Lions, and we don't have to talk bad about him anymore because he's a lovable guy.
Yeah, he really is. So those are the things we learned from the Vikings dominating victory over the Green Bay Packers, one that we all saw coming. We will be reveling in that until this Sunday when kickoff starts.
Yeah, you're damn right. What if there's a lesson learned that we missed, plop that down in the comments. We love learning lessons. It could even be a life lesson.
Well, here's something you might want to learn. Flies drink alcohol when they are sexually frustrated.